Tyler, is there something we can help you with?
No, not Roy. If not, then I'll just leave.
I have a load on a board. $1.691 a mile.
Okay, I think it's working now. Okay, that should work now. Huh. I don't get it, man. Let's see if this works now. I think I'm getting an echo. Yeah, I'm 100% getting an echo. You need a more active game to be playing. Everybody plays Call of Duty. I mean, I can play it sometimes, but it's kind of one of them things like there's so many people that watch it now. Like, nobody really ever. I mean, there's people that stream this, but it's like nothing crazy. You know what I mean? I was like, wait, what the heck? What's happening here? Okay. Why is this not starting? Okay, there we go. Oh, I don't know where I'm going right now. I'm just trying to get my stuff set up since apparently every time I try to stream, I'm always having issues. So you would definitely like to see me play Call of Duty. I could do that. I could do that sometime. I play quite a bit, believe it or not. I play pretty late. Cause like right now is like it's like sweat season. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jet Black. Yeah, we'll have to do that sometime. Definitely. Okay, hold on a second. See, I was in TikTok. Yeah, I'm gonna be at War in the Woods. Yep. Yep, I will be at War in the Woods. I'm gonna start prep tomorrow. We'll start getting stuff cleaned up tomorrow, I should say. Yes, sir. You too, Camaro. Yeah, I could definitely try that. I got my computer all fixed today. I pretty much spent my entire day pretty much going through all my settings to get it to where I don't have any issues. So far, like it's running probably the best it's ever ran right now. The visual looks great. I got no like major lag spikes. I'm gonna top off of fuel here because pretty much ran my truck out of what I had already filled up today, just trying to get all these settings all figured out. Oh, I didn't lose that much. Yeah, we're coming to Warren Woods. I haven't been down to the shop since Friday. So I don't know what they've been doing. I have no idea. But pretty sure I go the other way. Yeah, we went and tested at Trails Friday, which I'm sure you guys seen that video of the Mustang. That's the last time I've been down there. Oh, I don't know how much progress they've made on Tommy's truck since I was down there. I do not know. I was hoping we were going to have table tonight, but Happy wasn't going to be able to get on tonight, and so they just postponed it to Thursday. So Thursday night at 8 will be live. I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about, especially after Corey's race and stuff. Did a really good job this weekend. The live was probably the best it's been. Other than a couple little hiccups there, but I don't think it's really nothing you could fix. Just with all the cell phones and so many transmissions and stuff going through that one particular area of the track, You'll have, I think you're going to have that with as many people was there. There's no engine noise? What? Seriously? I'm going to find out what's going on. Alright, how's that? Oh, yep, I hear it now. There we go. This has been a fail. Alright. This has been a fail. Thought I had my shit together, and I guess I don't. There we go. I know. Well, the problem is it changed, like, for some reason my setup always changes, like, everything in the app that I use every time. And it makes no sense why. And like, I got my Facebook stuff figured out, and it, like, won't stream to Facebook for some odd reason now, and I keep getting an error. So, I gotta figure that out, what's up with that. But I'm trying. I'm not out to set the world on fire being a streamer. At the end of the day. Huh. My game just crashed. My game just crashed. Very odd. Oh my gosh, what is happening right now? Yeah, something didn't like something there. Very, very odd. I guess accept progress. So that was weird. I haven't had a game crash in a while. Well, give me a second here and try to get back into this, because that sucked. Wasn't expecting that to happen. And I really don't understand why it crashed, because like all my values and stuff are all good. There should be no reason that this game should crash now. I mean, if I was at 99% CPU before I made my changes, and I'm like 20 now. So it ain't like my computer's working hard now, like more than it was, obviously. But it could be anything. It could have been the server. But there's still 30-something people in here, so I'm going to rule out that it was the server. Now I see that the convoy is going to be weird. I can't catch a break. Especially trying to stream. There's always something wrong. I don't see where everybody's saying that the weather's bad. Like, I just looked today. I looked this afternoon because I saw somebody else say that. They were like, oh, I hope the weather gets better. And I'm like, what are you talking about? There was like a 30% chance on Saturday, which is like nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. That's 30% of the people in a 100-mile radius that might see rain. 30% chance. So within a 100-mile radius, that's a very, very slim chance. And then Saturday looks great. So I really don't know what everybody's looking at. I actually looked at 2 different forecasts, and I didn't see anything that threw a red flag at me. I just think people just see rain and they don't, Well, something's definitely screwy, because now I can't connect to the convoy. Thought maybe it does now. Nope. All right. Well, I'll be delayed here. Yeah, the weather looks good. I mean, I don't know. What's up, Straight Drags? I don't know. I'll be I'm anxious to see. I'd say 40 cars in small tire. I'd say around 40. I wouldn't expect there to be less than that, but oh sweet, I am sitting in the middle of the road.
What are we waiting for?
And now my truck won't start. think we're back going. Yeah, we'll see if they show up. I'll be generally curious to see how many people actually go run Index, then go to War in the Woods. But I also seen that locals are trying to encourage their tracks to throw an event where they're going to have a whole probably 10 cars, which doesn't really make much sense to me, but what do I know? Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't really make a whole bunch of sense to me. Like, I don't know if they're just scared to get ran over by like everybody else, or they just want to go to puppy kick at another track, or I don't. It makes no sense to me. That makes sense to y'all? I don't know, I feel like if I'm a small tire guy or anything like that, like if there's a big event and I don't know, I feel like I'd want to go like prove myself. Regardless of how big the event is and what killers go there. Like, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, 304. I don't know why the view just changed. What's up, Alex? What's up, homie? Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about. Like, they were trying to either get Southside or KD to throw an event on. I just don't get that mentality. I don't know. And everybody wonders why No Prep Racing's so dead. Exhibit A. But what do I know? I just don't understand how. Like, I know how much track insurance is. Like, that's a thing. Like, we know how much it is to operate a weekend, a day, a month, a year. You know, like it's a very what am I trying to say? Like, the numbers aren't far off from like the 3 biggest track insurance companies in the country. There's only 3 that will actually insure a racetrack other than the IHRA. And I mean, like run a 2-day event, like, is anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. And it might be a little bit more than that, depending on the track. So you're telling me that these tracks, these little pop-up deals,
Dizzy that just joined in on this load. If you guys want to take
How-
off this time, we're just waiting on Lizzie. He's having some computer troubles real quick.
if they have 100 spectators, let's just say that they have 100 spectators on top of the 10 to 20 cars that they have. Like, by the time you pay your insurance, and then pay your employees, and then your normal bills like portas, the lights, like, how do you make any money? Like, how is that profitable? I mean, that's like, I mean, I feel like you'd be going into the negative. Like, every time you do a race like that. Other than if you use, like, some of the money that you made off of another event. But, like, that's stupid. That's silly. Oh, that's very odd. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, granted, like, my Kunle event wasn't very good, but after all was said and done, the track still made money and paid all their bills, the insurance, all that stuff. So, and then, you know, we made obviously the little bit that, you know, we made off the event, but all the bills were paid. And the track made a little bit of money. So, I don't see it. I would assume CJ's going to War in the Woods. I wouldn't see why not. He usually does very well at that event. But I don't know.
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick.
Yeah, like, and that's like another discussion that
Picking up right now.
I had with
Perfect. By the time he meets up with us, I'll be back.
I had with a couple of people this past weekend in Muncie. Like, everybody was like, what needs to be done? Like, how do we fix this situation that we're in? And there's really no easy way other than you just kill it all together until time passes by and you catch people's attention again. Because usually if something dies and it comes back, it usually comes back pretty strong. And a lot of people just can't. The biggest thing is there's too many big events every weekend. Everybody's got a big event. It's a big event every weekend, no matter what. And when you
Alright, I'm back and ready.
when you say you have a big event
Yep, I'm in place.
and you get like 10 cars and maybe 300 or 400 spectators, like, people are gonna be like, wow, this ain't a big event. Which, granted, my Kunle event sucked. I was really expecting a lot more people, considering that was I've established that event within the last 3 years. But, you know, Strict Jay's got a really good question. He asked, because he's on TikTok right now, he asked, how much does it usually cost to run an event? Really, it depends on like what kind of terms you got with the track.
Hey, MYK, can you turn off your high beams?
In most cases, you know, there's always a split between the track and the guy and the person putting on the event. And, you know, it varies between people at the end of the day. Or you do a rental. Rental, it really depends on what you're doing, what you're getting, how much people you need, this, that, and the other. Mag, for instance, like, we rented out both weekends that we have an event. And that was 2 weekends out of the year. I think we were right around $7,000, and that's already been paid. So like that is already in no matter what. Like, if my first event gets rained out, boy, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Sorry about that red line. Something stopped me in the middle of that ramp.
But most places, like any other tracks that we do stuff at, it's always a split. So basically we take the amount that they make, deduct the insurance, all the fees, or all the labor, expenses, workers, stuff like that. And you can usually do 60-40, 50-50, whatever the terms you guys agree to. And then after everything is paid, you and the track basically split what's left. That's kind of how that works. Hopefully that kind of answered your question.
There's traffic here, man, but there's no traffic, so I don't know what's going on.
I think that's right where Ray logged out. Maybe it has something to do with his truck imprint, his bike. Yeah.
It's possible. Going off road.
Exit right.
Yeah, it was cold. I mean, then the weather, calling for rain and stuff,
Yeah, right
obviously
now,
didn't help the
lights on,
situation.
stop, so I can't move. So yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I just wish that people would, like,
Can you get them?
if they do see rain, like, they see that, like, it's not a washout. Every time somebody sees rain, they automatically in their head, oh, it's a washout. Oh, that ain't gonna happen. But it's hard to do that. Crossing into Washington right now. What's up, Tommy? And I
appreciate you guys waiting.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah,
No man left behind, brother. No man left behind.
That's kind of how all that stuff
that's
works. But I'm really hoping that Jeff's gonna have a really good event. I think at the end of the day, like, this weekend will really dictate, like, how the rest of the season goes for a lot of these races.
Can you not pull off on that light? Oh, never mind. See you moving. Never mind.
And I'm hoping that, like,
Yeah, man, we are a lead sled. She's only got 500 ponies under the hood.
obviously seeing like a good turnout of Warrenwood stuff will give me good hope that Magnolia will be is just as good. Obviously, it's not going to be as big as War in the Woods, even though, you know, I'm trying to make it that big. But let's hope for some good hope.
Can't fault you for that. Appreciate it, brother. You got a clean looking rig over there yourself. I appreciate that. That's the old mile.
Like I said, these pop-up deals and shit, like, it's just, it's not good. really not. It's not good for the sport as a whole. It's, I don't know. Alright. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and I mean, like, next year, they may not even be a next year. Who knows? Like, I mean, it like I told everybody Saturday, I said, this is going to have to die for it to come back and be strong again. And it may take a while, you know, like, but the thing is, though, like, the big events will always thrive. Like, Warren Woods will always thrive. I always believe that Magnolia, my event, will always thrive. Dig or Die will always thrive. I'm trying to think of some of the bigger other no preps and stuff. You know, Cash Days of the Hill. You know, that will always be good. Those events will always be good no matter what. Just because they're so well established.
We got a right-hand exit coming up, Logger. And so I'm just keeping this lane open for you in case you ever need it. And once we get over, we get over. Good looking out, driver. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, Billy is going to Warren Woods. Yep. Yeah, I think he's going to be racing stick shift. And I believe if they can get Tommy's truck fixed in time, I believe he's going to run hard tire. That's all I know right now. It'd help if my shifter worked properly and not take me from sixth or from fifth to, or yeah, sixth to second. Gotta love when that happens.
Beautiful. Hey, that not QC, I might have to get over where this right-hand turn up is.
Keep left. Turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Well, I was trying to downshift to sixth, and it like my shifter got really confused.
Alright,
and,
once that truck gets by, you'll have room.
and wanted to
That old chicken coop.
take me straight to straight to heck all of a sudden. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Special server on the 2, don't break the server now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this load.
Metal man.
real question is, how much Fireball am I drinking Thursday?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for that open door.
I guess I should probably go get me a bottle.
You already know, brother. You already know. There you go. Check this out.
Probably need to, probably should be a little I probably shouldn't go too crazy. So I can be
It was implied.
coherent enough to be able to be
Alright.
a reliable person for Friday. Since I'll actually have to work.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
That left door open if you ever need a driver.
Never mind. I'll find a route. Right past
Oh shoot, I went the wrong dang way. Uh-oh.
Don't follow that turn signal, Logger. That was wrong. I almost fell for it.
Recomputing.
I definitely goofed up.
You just hold on to that tarp back there. That's a flapping. I'll do my best. Can't promise nothing.
Wild turkey. Ugh. That just sounds bad.
Find a new route.
That just sounds bad thinking about it.
Turn right. Okay, let's find a new route.
No live today. No, we originally were going to, and then Happy wasn't going to be able to make it, and I think Chris was already down there, so I don't think he was able to make it either. So they just decided to just cancel it, and we'd be live Thursday night. So, but I'm good. Yourself?
That gap is all yours, Red Lane, if you need it.
I'm gonna stop and get some fuel. This truck, for some odd reason, just eats fuel. I think it's got too small of a tank on it. What's up, Trino?
If you wanted there, Red Line.
Well, I appreciate you catching that bungee there, Logger. Yeah, I told you I'd do the best I could.
comments in this live were filtered? Oh boy. What did somebody say? Somebody got caught by the community police in TikTok. Yes. Yeah, Corey will be at Warren Woods. Yep. Yeah, we will be live Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the table live if you can't make it Thursday. Yep, we will be live. I don't know if he'll be covering the event or not. I don't know if he'll be covering the event or not. No, they won't be bringing Charlie Brown. They got some stuff to do to that car. I mean, they thrashed to get that thing done for King of the South, so I'm sure they're got a lot. They got some work ahead of them this week. They've never ran Charlie at Warren Woods, just in the fear of the guardrails and stuff. Has it? I don't think it's ever been there.
Mike, I'm sorry to do you too, buddy, but keep that left.
Because they wouldn't always run that track if it with guardrails. Hell, they were able to run mag, but they convinced them to do it. I don't know. I'm almost positive.
Because they're getting ready to blow them off.
The Nova is I don't know what's going on. Either he's pulling the motor or he's still in the car. I don't know. I haven't been to the shop since Friday, so a lot can change in
Because I'm coming by too.
3 days. Gotcha. Yeah, definitely, Jet Black, they have. They did their job.
Channel 19's warning me of a sharp right-off that 140 logger. Be ready for it. He's not making me in a room. I guess I'm about to make it for him. You can get up here in front of me. Play room. Oh, I make room. You know how I do. Raji.
Yeah, he might be trading it though for something. Maybe. Yeah, I did see that too. Actually saw the car. I saw the car Sunday when I was at Muncie on the trailer. The front was pretty tore up. He'll run on 20s. He'll be on 20s this weekend.
Second exit, bud. Second exit.
As far as I know, we're bringing the Mustang and the truck. But I won't know till tomorrow. I haven't been down to the shop since Friday, so who knows what's happened since I haven't been there. You know. Yeah, he did. It front end was pretty tore up in that car. Here we go again. Try to do it to me again, Jet Black.
I'm giving him the roll. She's going to captain.
No, Falcon's set up for it's got radials on it. It's pretty much set up for front side right now. It actually takes quite a bit to convert that car back over to run. Had to put a slick back on that car. Yeah, I'm sure he will if they draw each other.
Got old channel 19's fired up again, saying exit right at the 66. Jim out. Info.
I have to keep looking at my phones at my chat between TikTok and YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull in to get some shut eye after this. Alright, brother. Well, it was good running with you. Oh, no. I mean,
Trippers
like,
being
I
stupid.
can't get between the lanes.
Ain't good for a 1,400-mile run that I'm about to try to do.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. It was good running with you when you do get some shut eye. Did you get that? It's gonna be a while, man. I'm down to do a couple more with you. EFO. Coming.
If he gets his truck done, he'll race his truck in hard tire. That was their goal. Was to get his truck back up and running this past weekend and this week. He'll run hard tire. But I haven't, like I said, I haven't been down there to know what, Yeah, the truck's broke anyway. It needs coils from last weekend, from 2 weeks ago. So, and those aren't cheap. So, and honestly, like, it'd be really, really hard for that truck to compete. Now, the level that some of these guys are running time-wise at Fort Woods. Little truck's outgunned now. I mean,
This little boy in front of me lost his skinny pedal for a second. Looks like he found it. I can make it move if you want me to. He looks like he found it. Yeah, but that entails on brake pedals.
yeah, that was on radio prep though. Yeah, the Nova would be good for that, but it's just unfortunately it's not worth something happening, especially that motor in this situation right now. To ruin a $30,000 to $40,000 motor, which that's what he has in that motor. So I get it. I wouldn't want to either.
Keep left.
Idaho. Yeah, I like the Nova. I like the Nova too.
Keep left.
If he did get rid of it, I'd be a little sad. I like that car a lot. Even though, like, it definitely needs some work. It definitely needs some chassis stuff. Like, definitely could use some upgrades in safety wise. Like,
Keep left.
it'd be hard to get rid of that motor. I mean, in that situation, most people ain't gonna want it, you know. And when he says, you know, what it's doing, like, that's gonna turn a lot of people away, especially big block. I mean, you rupture a big block. I mean, that's not cheap. And I mean, like, he'd be back in the same situation that he had to build another big block. I mean, and you know, you just don't have $40,000 laying around to go put a big block in something. I mean, that's the reason why most people, you don't see most people have big blocks, just because that's a lot of fucking money to build a good big block that can sustain a year of abuse and then have to rebuild it, you know, after each season. Which you have to, especially with rods. Yeah, usually I gotta change the rods every year. Because if you don't, you're kind of like playing with fire. Yep, and the Camaro, yeah, exactly. Like the Nova was, you know, always the front side car to go fast, but you know, once he gets the Camaro done, like the Nova really doesn't have a place other than if Tommy races it. And
Can we get a server up?
Bogger, you gotta fix your server, man. I can't have these troubles of getting in all the time.
I'll do better, but I'll do better. You shaving that beard, you probably wouldn't have a problem getting in it.
yeah, 40K is definitely a power plant.
I ain't doing nothing with this beer, and it's gonna grow.
No, they won't be on property. They're doing another event somewhere else in Kentucky. So you won't see them there. Which I'm alright with. Montana. Yeah, Camaro's gonna be sweet. Oh yeah, should be a good weekend.
Sergeant Green leaving landmines over here for me.
Should be a good weekend.
Not to worry about him, he's drunk.
Yeah. Charlie Brown looked good. From changing that whole car over to that. Yeah, they did pretty well. Most people they have a lot of usually have a lot of gremlins or anything like that, you know, just they definitely showed out. I mean, they pretty much paused everything in the shop to get that car done, including Camaro. I mean, they didn't work on anything in that shop after they got the motor and stuff for that car. It was all grind on Charlie that entire couple weeks. right.
Hey, thanks. You finished driving, Jimmy?
Keep left.
I'm getting a whole 3 miles a gallon. That's terrible. Holy shit. No wonder I eating fuel. Three miles a gallon. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know a lot about this PowerTube TV and the guy that's like putting this together and like what it's going to be on what, if it's actually going to be on TV or what. Like, I don't really know. I had heard that like there were some people that backed out because like I guess like people were like building, they call it like full-blown pro mods or whatever they're called, like, but I don't know if that was really true or not. But
Keep left.
and then I seen that they're like doing a separate race on the same day. I don't know, like, I don't know how well it's gonna go for them. I mean, they advertised that front side deal as a no prep race, but like, it's Rockingham. Like, how the fuck you unprep Rockingham? You can't. It's not possible. Like, that track's gonna be fast, and I think that'll scare a lot of the guys away. What's up, Ed? How you doing? They've already named the host. I can't remember what his name is. I'm drawing a blank right now. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, it's probably not. It's probably, unfortunately, like the pace that we remember is probably not going to be. It's going to be hard to replicate that. I think. I think it'd be really hard to replicate that show like to like what it used to be. No, they're definitely not. Like, that'll be, yeah, you can't really like unprep Rockingham, like, that's not a thing. Just can't unprep Rockingham.
Oh, you realize I won't touch driver.
Oops. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Here, train. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, and I would say,
Sneaking at the back door there, Bandit.
that's probably going to be the same result. I just know that they're racing. All these teams are going to be racing each other, and like whoever wins, like gets all the cards. Or it's not one versus the other. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Should have probably stopped there. Yeah, I should have definitely stopped there. Oh, I love's over there too. I should have stopped there. Yeah, because like I know there's like a transport company that's like a sponsor for the event, and like they're sponsoring a truck to be able to haul the cars home to whoever wins the event. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I know that like Brent is like one of the guys that's like
Something driving, go ahead.
one of the people that's like helping like host the show, I guess.
Anyone want to get in on this 4,000 mile?
See if I can make it up this hill without downshifting. Oh yeah. Right over. Didn't even have to downshift down. 6% grade for 2 miles. Go down the runaway truck ramp. What'd you say? Right? 5,000 miles to go. This is going to be a hike. I'm going into Canada. It would probably, if they scraped that, it would probably be so fast. It'd be so freaking fast if they actually scraped it, but I think like you'd get in trouble because it'd be like, they'd call it like destruction of like government or you know, like a public road, like city property, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, that's what would happen. It would be stupid fast. Actually, a starting line. Fuel stop's gonna be coming up here soon. Starting to get a little worried. Yeah. Yeah, I'm driving to Ontario. Just inside of Ontario. I'm gonna try to finish this run and then I'm gonna kill it for this stream. Need to adjust some stuff. Yeah, about 500 million messages, sorry. missed all kinds of freaking messages. Good God. The inbox got blown up. Oops. I got some music going. Interesting. Game just crashed again. Well, I had this issue earlier. Not sure why it did that. We should be good. Man, my GPU temp, everything is it's good. It's actually pretty cool. Well, no, it didn't lose connection. If it lost connection, it would have said that the convoy would just closed, but unless there's an issue with the server. Now, I do see that there's not very many people on the server tonight, so like I'm not sure if there's stuff going on or what. I guess I should go check the Discord and see what they say. Yeah, it's an online game. But like it didn't close the online out, it closed the game completely. Like you could play the game non-online, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Alright. See if this is gonna work. I was having issues joining the convoy earlier. I don't know if this game just doesn't like the changes that we made, or what. That was weird. Let's try this again. Okay, we're back in the convoy, so that's good. Let's see where we're at in the road.
Let's do this.
those are all AI players. Computer. Now there are players playing in here that like are in this server with me, like people, like real people. That makes sense. Trying to answer all these fucking messages. Yeah, I could talk to him. Be like this.
My bad, Logger. Oh no, brother, you good, you good. I was giving you room.
Break 19 for a radio check.
Loud and clear there, driver.
Thank you, sir. Like that. Well, at the end of the day, it's all, everything is controlled in this server, so they've added what they think is good for the server that, like, doesn't cause complications and stuff with, like, people's games and stuff, because, like, the more mods you add, the more it, like, brings people's systems down and stuff. Oh boy, I need to really find a fuel station. Alright, I think I'll be alright. I got freaking sidetracked. Hope I don't run out of fuel. Shoot. I'm gonna be taking her a little easy here because I'm a little scared. They're really not that fond of, like, people just communicating on the CB unless it's like convoy related, so like you just can't like have a full-blown conversation with somebody. It's kind of frowned upon, and like that's a rule in this server, like, because they can like kick you out and stuff. But like as long as you're communicating about, like, if you guys are in a run together and stuff and you need to shout something out, like, they can do that. That's not a big deal. Alright, I'm officially at 0 miles to empty. And I'm out of fuel. Can I coast to my destination is the question that I have. Come on, baby. There's a gas station ahead. Oh boy, I don't know if I can make it. I'm already losing speed. Alright, pray for me.
My bad, Redline. I forgot that. I forgot that boat was as wide as it is.
I'll see if I can make it to the gas station.
You're good.
Diesel station. Oh boy. I'm coasting. It is right off this exit thing. I think. This exit here's got fuel. Oh. We'll see. We're almost there. My problem is, like, I got like a little bit in a turn, so I can't stop at this red light. See, there's the gas station right there. And I'll pick up a little bit of speed off of this. But I'm gonna have to brake, because... Oh, shit! Holy shit balls. Down to 30 mile an hour.
Let's find a new route. Never mind. I'll find a new route. Finding new route.
Holy shit, I made it, guys.
Make a U-turn now.
I can't believe I made it! That's crazy. Holy shit. That's amazing. I can't believe I made that. That's crazy. That's crazy. No, you just have to do like a call to service basically, and it'll it will you basically have to what am I trying to say? You just have to pay for like somebody to bring you fuel basically, and it like costs money obviously. Okay. I can't believe I made that. That's wild. I can't believe I made that. Pretty wild, bud. Pretty wild. Alright, I'm just checking messages. Yeah, man. Yeah. Trino's right. They only give you so much fuel, so like, you basically have to be like super close to like a station to be able to. But you see, what happened is when my game crashed, it completely, like, what the hell? I thought you could get out this way. Guess not. Yeah, and if you don't make it to like as much fuel as they give you, then you gotta like do the whole thing again. I'm honestly surprised my load didn't tip over after that. as fast as I went around that corner. Damn. Wild lizard land. Yeah. The old gravel parking lot. Go back there and get me split some pots. You know it. Oops. Nah, he wouldn't do that. I bet he didn't. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about, was about the animals and stuff in the game and stuff. No, they do move around on the sides of the game, but I've never ever seen like, and I haven't even seen any in this update, so they may have taken them out. Just to conserve issues with the server and stuff, with people, with mods and stuff. Because if you run a bunch of mods and stuff like that, like, the game just does not work properly. And they want to make it easily for like a lot of people that don't have a real high-end PC to be able to play. I mean, like, this game can work on like some pretty crazy low number video cards. So makes it easy for everybody to be able to play. That makes sense. Like there used to be tire debris, like on the roads and stuff, from like people have blown out tires, and I haven't seen any in this update, so they could have easily just taken that stuff out. I don't usually ever play outside of like being in the convoy. I mean, I like having other, I like CB chatter and stuff like that, you know, being as realistic as possible. Like, if I'm gonna play the game, I'm gonna play it real. You know, stopping at lights and doing the speed limit a little bit. Yeah, there's only like, I think 2 or 3 other mods that I brought into this game, brought into the server, but it doesn't affect the server. So like, there's certain things you can bring into the game that won't affect other players, like cab light, like inside cab lights, GPSs, like anything like that that like other drivers can't see. Yeah, I think they may have taken them out. I'm not sure. I know this latest update that they just did, they've been having some issues with it, so. But my computer's running flawless right now compared to what it used to be. Out in the middle of no man's land now. Holy shit, that went really far out. That ain't gone. I had pizza earlier. Ordered me some Donatos. It was good.
Keep left. Keep left.
Yeah, Marcos is pretty good. I have a Donato's pretty close to me, so usually I always order that, as within like 10 minutes it's done, so I just go pick it up. You talking about this weekend, Jet Black, like the announcer that they had? I will say that, like, he did it last year too. I think he did a better job this year than he did last year. It's Barrett Green is who does it, Big Hat Mafia. He rides around with Tom and Mike. So, and he does a lot of announcing and stuff like that at different races. A lot of the radio stuff, some of Ducks races too. He's just a little bit different compared to some people, but I thought he did a pretty good job. I think he kept it going pretty well for like what was going on, stuff like that. You know, obviously the downtime sucked. And, you know, Corey would jump in there here and there and say something, but yeah, Zach or Seth, one of those two was announcing a little bit too there. I think during like a couple of times there. And then Corey jumped in there here and there. In between like all three of them. Yeah. I mean, it happens. That's racing. The people complaining in the comments just blows my mind. All the negativity from people, you know, that don't ever watch. And you don't ever really see on a live. Like, pretty much we see everybody who's always in a live or like on the table, you know. But there's just some people out there that you just don't see, and they're just always complaining. Or just a lot of bad information. I've seen a lot of that too. Yep. Yeah, Ed, you're right. I'm telling you though, if I was a mod, if I had mod powers on there, which I mean I could, I would have banned so many people that this past weekend it wouldn't even been funny.
Oh, no, we're good.
I just can't tolerate that shit. And then there'll be people that are like, hey, you need to tell them to do this. Hey, you need to tell them to do that. Like who's going to tell them to do what? Like, I think at one point I saw this lady comment when Jason was going to give his invocation speech before the first round of King of the South. I seen Jason's son was up there with him, and she's like complaining to get the kid off the track, but like didn't understand that like that's Jason's son, and he's always by Jason's side when he gives his invocation. Like, she's like, somebody needs to tell him to get that kid off the track. Like no, they don't. Yeah. Whoa, that was a jump. Jesus. I need to back my speed down. There we go. Yeah, it's shit's wild. And then you got the occasional SRC haters. Which they say, most of them say this stuff just trying to get a rise out of people, but then there's other people like, I think somebody was like, oh, they headed out west this weekend. And I was like, I wanted to comment and be like, we did? Like, that's news to me. Oh yeah, that was definitely one of them for sure. As I seen somebody, one of you guys comment, they were asking something about, I don't know, she was talking about SRC, and I said something, and then they were like, and she like responded back like she knew what she was talking about, and then somebody was like, how does she not know who I was? And they were like, well, how? And she was like, why would I know him? He's like, good God Almighty, crazy woman. Definitely. Yeah. I think they just say that just to get a rise out of people. I don't think they truly do mean that. I know Donkey's one of them. He always says it. Yeah, you ain't lying. Ain't lying. Just under 300 miles to go. And I'll be done. I need to start looking for fuel. And I should have jumped off there because there was a fuel stop. I see some more coming up. Oops. Alright. I'm like in no man's land. I'm in North Dakota. I ain't shit in North Dakota. At least yet. Oh, he blew up something again? Blew up some more cars? Nobody didn't see that. exactly. Nobody ain't seen damn. Nobody ain't seen nothing. A 10-carat diamond? Interesting. Must be getting pretty desperate. Nope. Well, I started pulling out, and I was like, well, wait, can I get around this way? And by the time I looked to see if I could, I was like, oh shit, I'm too close. Armrest. They need to find me a better seat. A little bit more comfy. Need some armrest. Put armrest up on my shifter there. Armrest up here holding the wheel. Canada border coming up. If they'll let me across the border. Welcome to Canada. $25 hair. fucking truck. Tariff on tariff, right? Yeah, hit me up with them tariffs. I'm almost done with this run, thankfully. Dang, the red lights up here must take forever. I wasn't stopping. I mean, my car just like stopped in the middle of the road to turn right. When you have Pudo Bay to Florida run, shit. I saw one the other night. I was like, damn, like, I wish I was streaming because I would have done it. I couldn't imagine how long that trip would be. The lane just abruptly ends. Guess that's just Canada. Why are we going so slow?
Go straight. Keep
thought a car was about to hit me. Holy crap. That scared me.
Keep right, then turn left.
Yeah, I wanted to hit that part of the road that I had missed. That's all.
Turn right.
I mean, technically I was going the truck route. I've never played that, believe it or not. This one game I was just never interested in playing.
Go straight.
And then there's just parts of this map where obviously this isn't fully developed yet, but we have cars doing 20 mile an hour. And then they'll speed up. It's so weird. "91 miles to go." Thank goodness. And I will be done. And I'm clicking this thing off. Yeah, evidently nobody can drive in Canada. Must be a thing. Coming into Ontario. Game just crashed. Oh, that's cool. And game just crashed. Well, actually, you know what I just noticed was that it started to rain and it crashed. So I'm wondering if every time it starts to rain, it crashes my game out. What's up, Alex? Good morning, good morning. Over in Germany. Got Germany in the house. Can't believe my game crashed. Crazy. Crazy, crazy.
Get on with it.
Damn, it took me all the way back to here. Fuck. Damn, I lost some miles off of that. That sucks. Definitely not ideal. Now we're back to the slow spot up here where all these cars are going slow. Which I'm about just to do this. Let's see how well this goes. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Alright, made it past my point. I got this thing maxed out. Oh boy, this is sketch. Yep, okay, right here's where I crashed. Ontario. It's a weird car that I've never seen before in this game. Kind of reminds me of the car in, if you've ever seen the movie Cruel Intentions. Looks like the kind of car that he drove. Almost there. Check that out. Look at them planes over there. Guess I should probably pay attention, huh?
Turn right. Then turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, check out them planes. That's sweet. Huh. Might have to go over there for a photo. Alright. We made her.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Okay. Good night, Alex. Have yourself a good day. Or not, I shouldn't say good night, Alex. I should say have a good morning, Alex. Have a good day. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to drive over here and get a photo. Hopefully no planes decide to perfect. Perfect photo op. Alright. And on that note, I am done for the night, ladies and gents. So, thanks for y'all hanging out with me. I think there was like 11 or 12 of you there on YouTube, so that works. I had some people on TikTok there for a second, but yeah, I'm gonna call it a night and be done. So, thank y'all. A couple people follow me on Twitch, so that's sweet. We're supposed to be a fun playing fun there, and even there fun with Joe's on them. Right. So, I'm all out of here. I'm gonna relax for the rest of the night and go to bed and head to the shop tomorrow and get ready for this weekend. So, I'll see you all Thursday night live on the table. Unless you're going to be at the race, and I'll see you at the race. But everybody have a good